The peace of Thomasville, Georgia was breached by sound of police sirens. The police car stopped outside a big mansion and the officers rushed out. What they found was a couple arguing about a family trip.
Don't just separate from each other. You don't need to be going on vacation together if you file for divorce and it's obviously a volatile situation.
The husband was getting ready to fly to Bahamas with his son, but his wife was insisting on coming too. Earlier, his cheating wife refused to join, but now all of a sudden, she wanted to be part of the plan.
So for the last 3 weeks, maybe longer, she's had her couple's trip planned with her boyfriend to go to Key West.
What the husband didn't know was that her sudden interest in the trip wasn't about family. It was part of a deadly plan, as she had prepared a deathbed for him in the Bahamas.
The former beauty queen accused of plotting to kill her wealthy husband.
But everything was about to change in the next 24 hours.
Since being charged with conspiring to kill her husband, she orchestrated a murder-for-hire plot.
Welcome back to my channel. My name is AJ Abbasi and I am new on YouTube, so your review about my video about content and editing would mean a lot to me. The cops realized it was not an ordinary couple. The husband, Robert Shiver, 38, an ex-NFL player, and the wife, Lindsay Shiver, 36, a former pageant queen, were living what seemed like a perfect life. A mansion in Georgia, 3 kids, and even a vacation home in the Bahamas. But the dream was already cracking. The couple filed for divorce in Feb 2023, but they were still living under the same roof with their 3 boys.
Where's your husband been staying?
Oh, at my house.
Okay.
It's a lovely situation.
So he just isn't home, he hasn't come home yet?
Tension was building and something was about to happen. On April 30th, bodycam footage captured a tense moment between Lindsay, her in-laws, and local police in Georgia. Lindsay claimed that she was being kept from the children.
I just had my kids with my family all weekend, and I respected that. I didn't go up there with my family. On the way back this morning, they were in Wiggum 20-30 minutes ago. They were headed home, and then I get the message that he's dropping them with his parents, who have no rights.
Okay.
Robert's mother said Lindsay was following them and being aggressive.
Just go about your business, okay? If she's following you or you feel like she's threatening you in any way, from moving forward, you can call 911 again. But with what we have right now, I'm afraid there's nothing we can do, okay? This whole thing's been documented and recorded, so you ain't got to worry about that, okay? We just don't have nothing. We're not
There
doctors.
she is, right there.
That's not her.
Is that somebody else?
No, that's somebody else.
Make me nervous. I'm a nervous wreck.
There were even mentions of a gun.
And that you were following them, obviously, and that you got a gun, which isn't illegal. It doesn't
No,
ma-
don't,
It
though.
doesn't matter, though.
But I don't.
And,
Oh my God.
yeah.
Oh
So,
God.
she,
You're welcome to
mother-in-law,
search my car.
something.
Lindsay denied having any weapon. She told officers
I just wanted to see where my kids were.
So they called and said that you were following them and harassing them. And that's why.
That's not the
So-
truth. I was just trying to see where they were going to meet my kids, if I needed to call you to tell you it was the gas station or the house.
she said she was the one who called the police first.
So as a witness for me, that's why I called y'all to meet me at his parents' house.
You called?
I called. I was the first one to call.
I asked who my complainant was, and they said the white Lexus. And
No,
then,
I called first.
okay. You called dispatch.
Let's see. Called a lot of people this morning now at 12:38.
Makes me not want to go home though.
Yeah. She's
Y'all
left.
don't know her. You don't know her like me.
No, I don't know her.
So it's not a good environment. It's a toxic environment, and it's.
Soon afterwards, Robert suspected Lindsay was cheating, and he was right. Robert hired a private investigator to follow her around their home in Bahamas. It didn't take long. The PI captured photos of Lindsay with her 28-year-old lover Adrian Bethel, a local bartender. As things got worse, Lindsay became extremely obsessed with Adrian. Friends and family tried to talk her out of it, but she didn't listen. Fast forward to July 16th, another police visit.
He's inside now.
Okay. So what's going on? Y'all are separated, or what's the deal?
We have filed for divorce.
Okay.
Living in the same house. It's hell on earth, as you can imagine.
Okay.
But anyway, woke up this morning. We have travel plans to leave.
This time Lindsay called. She said Robert had gotten physical and was keeping her from leaving for a planned trip with their kids.
And he's insisting that I don't go.
Okay.
And then I have my keys. He moves me out of the way, starts trying to unload my car. Tells me he owns the car, he owns the rights to it. Just got super aggressive, and that's when I called immediately because he's been physical before, and I'm just not.
Okay. And has he put his hands on you that, have y'all been physically aggressive today? I mean...
No, just besides him moving me out of the way of my car to get to it.
What do you mean he moved you out of the way?
Like pushed me out of the way so he could get to my car and start unloading it.
Robert told police something totally different. He said that Lindsay had changed her plan at the very last moment.
So for the last 3 weeks, maybe longer, she's had her couples trip planned with her boyfriend to go to Key West.
Okay, but she just said you're going.
That was to Key West.
They don't.
I'm taking my kids, my 3 boys, to the Bahamas this morning.
Our kids.
Our kids. Yesterday, she sent a message saying that she's going to change her plans and now get on the airplane with me and the kids to go to the Bahamas.
But I own too,
And
by
when
the
we
way.
land, she's going to go to her boyfriend.
Elsewhere.
And me and the kids are going to our house.
At first, she wanted to travel with her new boyfriend, and now she was trying to get on their private jet with their children. He didn't want her on the plane. The co-owner of the jet agreed with him.
You're not getting on the airplane. That can mess with the kids' heads. And it's just something we're not going to do. Well, I'm 50% of the airplane. She, on paper, owns 25 of that. And majority owner, the other 50% owner, and myself are both in agreement to not have her on the airplane.
But what Robert didn't know that she wasn't changing her plan for nothing, as her hired hitmen were anxiously waiting to take him down. Both accused each other of being aggressive.
That doesn't mean you get aggressive, push me out of the way, start unloading my car.
Push you out of the way.
Yes, at the back of the car.
Okay. Lindsay, I did not push you or anything.
He doesn't want me to go.
I raised the back to grab my kids' suitcases.
With a locked car.
So we could leave.
Police couldn't take side, as it was a classic case of he said, she said.
You're saying he did, he's saying he didn't. So I got...
If you want to.
I can't sit here. It's a he said, she said situation. We run into it all the time.
So the police remained unbiased.
I'm gonna tell you both, like I told you a minute ago, y'all are filed for divorce, okay? In situations like this, the best thing that we always recommend is y'all separate. Don't just separate from each other. You don't need to be going on vacation together if you file for divorce and it's obviously a volatile situation.
No arrests were made, and the police suggested that they stay apart for everyone's safety.
I can't control y'all going on vacation. Don't recommend going on vacation together, but that's just my personal...
I agree with
It's
that.
just an hour on an airplane.
Robert eventually flew to Bahamas with his sons, hoping for a peaceful break. But what he didn't know was that the danger was already waiting for him there. Before the hitman could take a despicable step, fate took a sharp turn. While investigating an unrelated break-in at the Grabber bar, Bahamian police searched some staff phones. That's when everything started to unravel. On one of the phones, officer found WhatsApp messages between Lindsay, her boyfriend Adrian, and another man named Farron Newbold Jr., the alleged hitman. The messages weren't just suspicious, they were chilling. They were preparing to kill Robert. One message even had a photo of Robert with the words "kill him." At first, Lindsay denied everything. She said it was just talk and she was venting. But when the police showed her messages, she admitted to sending them. As soon as the Bahamian authorities confirmed what they found, Robert was warned and rushed back to US, terrified for his life and his kids. Lindsay, Adrian and Farron were arrested and taken to Bahamas. All three were charged with conspiracy to commit murder. If convicted, they each face up to 60 years in prison. Lindsay spent 18 days in Fox Hill prison. After making bail of $100,000, Lindsay was placed under strict conditions. She had to wear an ankle monitor, strict 4-hour curfew, and report to police 3 times a week. She was banned from contacting her children and she couldn't go back to Georgia. Adrian and Farron were granted bail on the similar conditions.
Definitely not guilty of conspiracy to commit murder. And Phelo's not guilty of being a hired hitman.
Back home, Robert filed for full custody and also sold Lindsay's SUV without even informing her. He also removed her belongings from the home. Lindsay filed her own divorce document accusing Robert of financial abuse and emotional manipulation. She said,
"I'm not just going to sit quietly while he tries to paint me as the villain. I told the court exactly what I've been through his physical and mental cruelty. It wasn't just emotional, it crossed a line. I've endured more than people know. And now I'm standing my ground. I'm fighting for what matters to me, my children and our home. I want full custody of our 3 boys. I want the house in Georgia. I'm not backing down."
As of now, all 3 accused are out on bail. They are awaiting their trial. They are currently in Bahamas, still wearing ankle monitors.
Ethel showed me the ankle monitor he has to wear. Are you allowed to leave the island?
With permission.
They have been prohibited from contacting Robert or his children. Lindsay was briefly allowed to return to Alabama to be with her parents. She saw her kids once over FaceTime on Christmas Day.